Think about the last time you felt truly in control of your money. In the traditional world, your assets are often just permission slips held by a bank. You ask to move them and you wait for approval. Decentralized ledger technology, or DLT, flips this script. It turns digital value back into the equivalent of physical cash. When you hold DLT assets in your own wallet, you aren't asking for permission, you are the final authority. But that sovereignty comes with a fundamental shift in responsibility. In the modern financial landscape, you are the vault manager. If you don't know how to spot the structural cracks in the floor, you can lose your footing. You might even lose everything before you realize you've been targeted. At Crypto Pulse 360, we focus on the real utility of DLT. We look at practical use cases, institutional adoption, and solid foundations. But you cannot enjoy the benefits of this technology if you cannot protect the assets. Today, in Navigate Crypto, we are breaking down the anatomy of modern scams. We are establishing the core principles of safe participation. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Crypto assets are high risk. You could lose all your money. Some description links may be affiliates. I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Always do your own research. Our goal today is to provide an analytical framework for your safety. By understanding the patterns of deception, you can move forward confidently. Knowledge is the best firewall to ensure fear doesn't derail genuine opportunities. The scam landscape has moved past the era of poorly spelled emails. We have entered an era of industrialized fraud. Bad actors now utilize enterprise-grade AI tools to generate human-quality deception. They work at machine speed to find vulnerabilities in the human layer. To understand why DLT is a primary target, we return to the digital cash framework. In a traditional bank, a transaction is merely a request. In DLT, a transaction is an irreversible event. It is permanent and final. Once digital cash leaves your wallet, there is no manager to call for a reversal. This creates an environment where scammers don't need to hack the technology, they only need to hack the psychology of the user. We are seeing a rise in AI deepfakes in the modern financial landscape. Scammers clone the voices and faces of industry leaders to host fake live streams. They create a digital mask to bypass your natural skepticism. A common misconception is that these scams are a failure of the technology. In reality, the technology is performing exactly as intended. It is moving value instantly and without intermediaries. The danger lies entirely in the human layer of the transaction. A public square allows for both honest commerce and pickpockets. The openness of a public ledger requires a heightened sense of awareness. DLT is a neutral infrastructure that requires a sovereign mindset. Many encounters with fraud begin in the shadows of private messaging apps. Platforms like Line, Telegram, or Discord are the digital town squares of the crypto world. We've discussed the importance of community in our prior episodes on DLT foundations, but these spaces are also primary hunting grounds for impersonation. Scammers lurk in project groups, posing as moderators or technical support. They often use lookalike usernames with subtle character swaps. They exploit the sense of belonging that legitimate projects foster. A common tactic is the unsolicited direct message. A fake moderator might reach out to help you with a wallet issue. They might offer an exclusive reward or an early access link. The principle here is simple. Legitimate help never reaches out to you first. A real project team will never ask you for your private keys. They will never ask for a deposit to verify your account. There is a misconception that a high-follow account equals safety. In reality, creating a convincing digital facade is cheap and fast. By recognizing the pattern of unsolicited contact, you stay protected. Combine this with a sense of urgency, and you have a clear red flag. Maintain your focus on technical merits rather than the hype-driven side conversations. One of the most insidious developments is the relationship-based scam. This is often referred to as pig butchering. This is not a technical hack, it is a long-term psychological one. It begins with a stranger reaching out through a dating app or a wrong number text. They spend weeks or even months building a genuine feeling friendship. Once trust is established, they gradually introduce a proven investment strategy. They might mention an automated trading bot that changed their life. They encourage you to start with a small amount of digital cash on a fake platform. The platform shows fabricated gains to prove the system works. This is the fattening phase of the deception. The victim is encouraged to deposit more, only for the platform to eventually lock. Then the friend and the funds disappear simultaneously. What makes this effective is the powerful emotional hook. Viewers often wonder how intelligent people fall for this trap. The answer lies in the perfect mimicry of legitimate success. These fake platforms often look exactly like high-utility exchanges. The key differentiator is the guaranteed return myth. Real markets always involve uncertainty and natural cycles. Any system that promises a perfectly straight line of profit is a simulation. While social engineering targets the heart, technical scams target the wallet directly. Two of the most common hard-coded traps are honeypots and malicious approvals. A honeypot is a token that appears to be skyrocketing in value. You buy in using your digital cash, but the transaction fails when you try to sell. The scammers have written a one-way function into the smart contract. The ledger records your entry, but the exit is permanently blocked. The second and more dangerous trap is the unlimited spend signature. When you connect your wallet to a new decentralized app, you sign a permission. If that permission is for an unlimited allowance, you grant total control. We must also address the rise of drainer sites that mimic legitimate governance portals. These sites often appear when a project announces a major update or a token migration. They use the language of institutional adoption to lure in participants. By providing a fake compliance check or wallet audit, they gain access. Remember that real utility does not require you to prove your balance to a third party. The strength of DLT lies in its trustless nature, where your signature is your bond. Always verify the source of every link through multiple official channels before signing. Your vigilance is the only thing standing between your assets and an exploit. In this era of rapid innovation, staying informed is your most profitable strategy. Education is the ultimate defense against the industrialization of digital theft. We view crypto safety like a critical asset inspection. First is the urgency test. Does the offer expire in minutes? Second is the isolation test. Are they telling you to keep it a secret? Third is the seed phrase rule. Your seed phrase is the only master key. Finally, use the verification protocol. If a relative calls, have a secret word. The goal of spotting these red flags isn't to make you paranoid. The goal is to make you empowered and sovereign. When you know how to dodge the traps, you can focus on real innovations. You can focus on cross-border payments and decentralized compute. You can engage with the projects building the future of global finance. By staying calm and doing your own research, you remain in control. Maintain a philosophy of self-custody to protect your future. You ensure that you are a participant in the growth of DLT. You are not a victim of the growing pains of a new financial system. Protecting your digital cash is the first step toward true personal sovereignty. Thanks for watching Crypto Pulse 360. Stay pulsed.